Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. How are you guys doing? You guys hanging in there, staying in and staying safe? I sure hope so. So today I thought we'd take a look at this. This is the C62 two-speed turntable system. So what's unique about this one? Well, you know, a lot of times when we're reviewing component turntables that are, turntables that don't have speakers, that you just connect to a stereo system, a lot of people are like, that's great. But first of all, they ask, do I need speakers? Which is usually yes. And number two, what speakers should I get? Blah, 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 blah. And it's a very valid question. Now, this is really cool because I've taken all the guesswork out of that and provided speakers. So basically, it's going to be a fully featured turntable with speakers that are perfectly matched. So that's really, really cool. So we're going to unbox it, review it, give it a good sound test. I've pulled out a very eclectic mix of records. And we'll have to, I love it when you guys do. I love when you guys tell me in the comments down below, identify the different songs. I think that's really cool. I used to go through and put like screenshots and like say what song it is because I get a lot of questions about the music. But I really like it best when you guys identify the songs and put it in the comments below. So see how many you can identify, put it in the comments down below. But enough of that for now, guys. Let's dig into this bad boy and see what we got. You're not going to want to miss this.
This is Record-ology.
Okay guys, so here it is. By the way, I have gone back to doing the lavalier, at least for now. There's something about the spontaneity of doing the voiceover live or doing the talking part live that I kind of like. I feel sometimes that when I'm doing the post-production voiceover that I'm rushing through it, and I don't want it to be that way. I want it to be just like we're here in the room together, sharing this moment. It's just about, show and tell in person. That's what this show is about. My wife loves to say, you just love show and tell. It's true. I love show and tell. And, we're doing it here together. It's just fun to check it out, to see what this stuff is. And, in real life, there's no way I would actually get to buy this many turntables. So it's kind of fun to pretend and just open them together and check them out. Now here we go, this piece of cardboard, and somebody told me, I was like, why did they put this like loose piece of cardboard? It's specifically so that when you're, doing this, that you don't, rake across the top of your turntable. Just an extra layer of protection. Okay, I am notoriously bad at unpacking pretty much anything, so this will probably be no different. I think the speakers are packed together. So we'll set those aside. And then we got the turntable itself nestled down in there. Kind of looks like it's all one piece. Okay, finally, got it. There it is. Oh, I hear a platter smacking the counter there. That's all that's in the, oh, there's one more thing in the box. Can you spot it? If you remember from a recent video we did, that's actually a belt changing key. So it looks like this will be a belt adjusted for speed. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so our accessories are kind of at the top of this end of the packaging for the speakers. So we've got our manual here. As you can see, they've included an alignment protractor, which is really cool. Looks like speaker wire. Oops, I guess that's open. A belt and a 45 adapter. I really wish they'd do the metal adapters. I know it's a cost savings thing, but these little, it seems like they're using as little plastic as possible. I wish they were a little bit heftier, but that's the 45 adapter. It'll do the job. And a power supply. Okay, here's the speakers themselves. Here's how you lift something off of a piece of cardboard or a piece of foam with absolutely no resistance. That being said, I think these are actually really packed well. Everything was in there very snug, which is good. Another thing too about doing the audio live like this is you get to hear all the package sounds, which the reason why I went to doing the voiceovers was because this room is so cavernous. Acoustically, it's terrible. I mean, it's just flat walls and echoes and, all the whole 9 yards. And even with the lavalier, I know you guys can hear some of that. But the trick is, I know you guys don't think I have any knowledge of audio whatsoever based on the show, but having been in broadcast for some time, the trick is, getting the microphone as close to the person as possible. And with the lav, you can do that. So that's what I'm doing. So hopefully you're getting good audio, interesting audio, but also audio that is, listenable and is not echoey. Okay, so here's the speaker itself. Let's look at the back. Pretty simple. So you got tabs for the speaker wires. It's ported up there, which is good. I'm assuming this is a two-way speaker. Let's see if you can take the grill off. Oh, you can. Cool. Yeah, those look good. Those look really good. They might even look better with the grill off. There's the back of the grill, by the way. But yeah, those are cool. I like them. Here is the dust cover. It is wrapped in an outer sort of plastic bag. This one doesn't have the cling wrap. Looks to be on par with most in terms of overall build. I love the little rubber tips there, so when it does come to rest, it doesn't, clang hard on the plinth. Very susceptible to scratches, as we always say, so definitely take good care. Don't stack anything on there. Warranty card, all that good stuff. Hold on to that. Here is the turntable itself. And, okay. Let's take the platter off. Apparently we've got a solid aluminum or solid steel, more likely, platter, which is heavy, which is good. Heavy platters are good because they have inertia, which means that it's kind of like a train. It likes to stay in motion. So once it starts spinning, it's not susceptible to little variations in motor speed and vibrations and things like that. So that's a really good thing. That is a hefty platter. Holy cow. That feels like about 5 pounds. That is amazing. We'll set that aside. Comes with a felt platter mat. This one's stamped with the Crosley logo in it, which I like, which I'm doing upside down every which way. But anyway, that's cool. I'll set that aside. Now maybe I can actually get this part. We recently reviewed the Crosley C10, which is made by Project. And, it's their highest end product. A lot of people are like, no, the C20 is. Well, C20 has been discontinued. So right now, C10 is their highest end. Now, let me say this. This feels so far on par with that. I don't believe this is made by Project. I think this is, I don't know if this is hand pin. I'm not sure who makes this, but it feels really good. It feels really, really nice. Let's take it out of the bag. I can pick up a turntable. I don't always say it on the show, but I can pick up a turntable right out of the box and instantly tell you if it's going to be good or not. This, I feel like it's going to be good. This feels really, really solid. Let's take a little bit closer look. Another thing on this show that I've been debating on is how much instructional content do I put? Oh, that's cool. A little piece underneath the sub platter there. Look at that. Just like the C10, it's so airtight that it's got like this bouncy, cushiony effect as it goes down into that main bearing right there. That is so cool. That is quality right there, you guys. Anyway, what I was going to say is, every time I set up a turntable, I have this desire, this urge to have instructional content. Like, here's how you balance the tone arm. Here's how you align the cartridge. Oops, I took the stylus right off. And I really feel that, I want to review the product. I don't want to, I don't want this to be an instructional how-to video. There's people that do that. But this is about just having fun. But I can't help myself. So sometimes I slip into, and here's how, you put the 45 adapter on and blah, 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 blah. So if you see inconsistencies, because I'm always trying to, change it up a bit, try different things. This looks really, really solid. The plinth is like solid wood, it feels like. Underneath here, you've got, the plinth itself is wood. There's the bottom of the bearing. Look at that. There's like a ball bearing. Look at this up close. This is the bottom side of the spindle. There's literally like a ball bearing in there. That is really cool. And just a nut over the top of it. And the rest of this, you got 3 feet for stability. Somebody was trying to tell me why 4 feet's more stable than 3. Unfortunately, it's physics. 3 points of contact are always going to be in contact, therefore it's the most stable. They're adjustable. They're not swivel, but they're rubberized, and you can adjust them a bit. Here are the guts to the unit. Here are the electronics. So here are, the brains and the guts of the unit, and we'll take a look at it in more detail, but that's where that resides. Let's look at the top half and see what we've got here. Okay, so here is the sub platter. This is what the platter rests on. And the belt is going to go around the sub platter to the motor pulley right there. There, I'm doing it again. I'm going instructional mode. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. Over here, the tone arm. Obviously, the balance isn't on there. We've got 2 speeds selected. It's Bluetooth as well. So it will transmit Bluetooth. I get this question a lot. Does it send or receive? Different turntables do different things, but this one's going to transmit it. So you can send the audio to a Bluetooth speaker. Volume control. These metal knobs feel solid, really solid actually. I like it. This just looks good. Let's take a look at that back panel up close. All right guys, let's start left to right here. Some RCA cables will come with a grounding wire, so you definitely want to connect that as well. The other end would connect to your preamp or possibly, your speakers if they have a grounding wire. But again, these have built-in speakers, so you don't have to do that. But if you want to run an output, you can do so. It's got a built-in preamp, so line level or phono level. In this case, it's going to be line level. Actually, in this case, it's not going to be any because we're connecting speakers. But usually I would go line level, use a built-in preamp. There is a power supply. Here is the speaker connections. So part of what's down in here, you guys, is the amplifier. Pretty easy to connect. And the power switch in the back. Okay, let's go ahead and get it connected and put together. You guys can see this as I'm balancing the tone arm. See how it wants to return to the right? That's like an anti-skate thing, and I think this needs to have an anti-skate adjustment, which I do not see included, which is unfortunate. So that means that this will probably have a tendency to pull to the left. You're not going to notice really a difference, but technically it's going to be riding that left groove wall a little bit harder than the right. But in this application, I really wouldn't worry about it, but I would have liked to seen that. So let's go ahead and listen to records. It's pretty simple. I mean, you got your volume select right here, your speed select. So I was wrong earlier when I said you needed to use that tool to move the belt from one cog to the other, like the C10, in order to change speeds. This one is 2-speed, but that little tool is still helpful to put the belt on. Some people don't like using their fingers on the rubber belt. Okay, let's go ahead and readjust here and we'll do a sound test. Okay, you guys, we're set up for our sound test. Now, I want to tell you, because I'm using the lav mic, this would not be the best mic to use for a sound test. Anytime we use ambient speakers in the room, I always want to use an ambient recording, meaning I'm actually going to record the audio in the room so you can hear the speakers, performance, yada, 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 versus doing a direct line out of the unit. So I'm going to switch microphones, and then we're just going to play through a bunch of records, and we'll talk about it a little bit afterwards. Remember, comment down below the names of these songs. Tell me what they are. If you guys get them all right, I'll be super impressed. I always am when you guys jump in there and tell me what those are, because I've got some obscure stuff, guys. So anyway, here we go with the music.
Love game, intuition, play the cards with spades to start. And after he's been hooked, I'll play the one that's on his heart. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Let me walk this road.
All right, guys, so my thoughts on this unit are the speakers are phenomenal, way better than I thought they were going to be. They're very well tuned for this turntable. They sound great, excellent bass, very full. I had the volume at 50% and it would easily fill a large size room. So those speakers are muy bueno. Overall, I think the build quality is good. I like the design. It's very similar to the C10 in build quality and in the overall design. But the one thing I will say is that anti-skate adjustment really needs to be included because it does have a tendency to pull to that outside groove. So does it impact the sound noticeably? No. But technically you don't want there to be a whole lot of pull one way or another inside that groove. My overall thoughts though, excellent record player, a lot of value. And if you want one that's just ready to go out of the box, this is truly an open box solution. You guys can get everything included in this box. So highly recommended. Okay guys, it's as simple as that. If you enjoyed this record player and you want to get your hands on one, click on the link in the description below for a great price. But I want to tell you guys something. I really appreciate you guys being out there. I know these are difficult times. I know everybody's going stir crazy. And I really appreciate all of you being here, checking out my videos. This is a community. You guys are part of the family. and I want you to interact with me any way you want to. There's videos to watch, comments. I check comments on all the videos, so you can go back to like the second, third, first, whatever, 200th video, and if you comment on that, I'll see that comment just as much as I'll see your comment on this video. So I want to interact with you guys, and I want to know what you're excited about, what you'd like to see, what you're interested in, what questions you have. And I just appreciate the whole thing. It's fun, guys. It's as much fun for me making these as hopefully it is for you watching them. So anyway, that's all for now. Got a lot of cool stuff coming. Got a really cool thing I'm working on right now for hopefully midweek. We're gonna see if we can do it Wednesday. If not, it'll be next weekend, but it's something very special. You're not gonna want to miss that. But enough of that for now, guys. Happy record listening, and we'll see you next time.